Hey there. I'm Christian from Christian Miller Outdoors. Don't have a lot of videos on this channel yet, but hopefully that'll change in the future. Channel's basically going to be about camping, hiking, some motorcycle riding on GS Adventure, and some different things like that. Maybe a little duck hunting, fishing, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm on here today because I have just purchased a Toyota Tundra. It's 2020, and I'm going to be doing some modifications and upfitting it to be a Overland type vehicle. I say type vehicle, it's going to be for camping for the next couple of years around the East Coast. I'm not retired yet, and I don't know that I'm going to be doing any hardcore off-roading with it. So I'm gonna start doing some modifications to it now, and I figured I'd do some videos while I did that. I'll go on and give you a disclaimer right now. I am not a car person. If you needed a deck built or a dining room table or some Adirondack chairs, I'm probably your guy. But when it comes to cars, I'm kind of a car idiot with an unorganized toolbox. So I figured, why not do a video and see how easy some of these modifications are to put on. Today we're going to do an initial video, and then I'm going to do another video about putting on the side steps I bought. So I bought side steps from a company called OERDO, or OERDO. I hope I'm saying that right. Looks like they have quite a few options for modifications for numerous kinds of vehicles. Their websites are showing Dodge, Toyota, Ford, bumpers, truck covers, side steps, floor mats, things like that. I've never ordered any of their products before. I was looking around at the style that I wanted to put on, and they had what I needed. So I'm going to try and do a basic video here, see how difficult or easy these are to put on by myself out here in my super sophisticated vehicle shop, which is in the side yard at my house out here in the country. And if it doesn't work out and I need some help, we'll put this video on hold and I'll get someone to help me. Right now, this is going to end up being a camping vehicle eventually with a rooftop tent on it. A lot of my friends camp with pull-behind campers. My brother's got a truck camper, but right now it's just going to be me and my dog, and probably my girlfriend on some of the trips, and that's what I'm interested in building right now. So I'm going to do a quick walk around to the vehicle. We're going to be putting the side steps on today. It does not already have any side steps on it. And you'll also see my sidekick running around here. That's Dolly. She's my Chesapeake Bay Retriever. So I bought this vehicle. It's almost new, 2020. Had 6,200 miles on it, but it was used when I bought it. And I pretty much got this vehicle to turn it into an Overland type vehicle. Do some 2, 3, 4 day road trips on, and some camping. I usually do it from my Tahoe, or I'm hiking somewhere on the Appalachian Trail for a day or two and staying overnight. But we're going to try and do this. We're going to put a rack on it and some other things, and a rooftop tent, and hopefully there'll be some more videos because of that. So we'll get started. So I can certainly say it's packed very well. If you happen to see some wet spots on the box or in the package, that's my fault. That is not the shipper or the delivery company. It was out on the front porch last night, and I didn't get it inside before it rained. But everything looks like it's packed really good, padded very well, and we'll start taking it out here in a minute. So it looks like all the brackets are in plastic bags. They're all in good shape. Looks like they're marked PC for passenger side center, DF, driver's front, things like that. At least I hope so, and that's what I'm assuming it means. If I screwed that up, I will certainly identify that later in the video. Everything here is in bubble wrap. All looks like it's in great shape. I'm going to set these out. So we've got them laid out on a piece of cardboard here, and there's your driver's side brackets. It's a bag that we're going to hope has all the proper hardware and bolts in it. Passenger side brackets. And each one of these attachment areas are wrapped in plastic. Packed good, it's in good shape. And it's got a piece of rubber in each one, which we will certainly find out what that's for. All right, so I decided to do something I usually don't do, and that was read the instructions. And very clear, nice big print for us old guys, so we don't have to crack out our reading glasses. Clearly shows that there are black bolts that go onto the step bar and a silver colored bolt that goes to the vehicle, and that's exactly what they've sent us. So other than being able to lift it up and get it in place by myself, I don't think this could be made any easier. And we'll have to see about that. All right, I think we got it all together now. I'm gonna put the brackets on the truck first and then see if I can get the steps onto the brackets. So let's see how that works out. So, quite frankly, I was expecting to have to take other bolts out first, but I guess not. I told you, I'm not a car genius, vehicle genius, truck genius, however you want to say it. All right, let's see how this goes. So are you helping or what? You gonna hold something? Let me do something. Okay, so we got the 3 brackets on. So basically, I set the step bumper on some blocks. I'm gonna lift it up and see if I can slide one bolt in to hold it. And then we'll try and balance it on that one. Slide a couple more bolts in. Run over and get 3 more, which I should have already had here, but I did not. Well, that plan didn't work as great as I thought it was going to. And if I can get the nut on there to keep it from falling off, it'd be great. All right, I think it's manageable. Right. So, got the first side on. Wasn't that bad. A couple things I'll talk about in the end. And now for the driver's side. All right, so I have put the brackets on the driver's side now, and the only thing I'm gonna do is I have set my blocks up on end, just to get the rail closer to the brackets, and we'll see if that works any better. All right, got the driver's side on. I'm feeling pretty good about it. And all that worked out pretty good. Okay, rails are on. Let's talk about the good, bad, and the ugly. There is no ugly. The good is they came packed great. They're in good condition. The instructions were right on. They even came with this card in case you're having problems. There's an email and a phone number for after service, which I think is pretty cool. I did put them on by myself. As I said, I'm not really a vehicle person, and my tools are a little unorganized. The only bad part is they said I needed a 13 millimeter socket, and I didn't. I needed a 12 millimeter socket, and Murphy's Law, that's the one I couldn't find, so I had to run down to a local hardware store. Otherwise, I think this whole thing would have taken me 45 minutes by myself, and that's not too bad. I did snap a bolt. It's a bolt, one bolt that goes into a bracket. So I'm going to have my local mechanic down the street, who's awesome, drill that out for me, and we're going to fix that here later this week. I don't have a drill bit here that can do that. That is not the manufacturer's fault. I think it's the way it was threaded at Toyota, and probably some of my fault. So anyway, they look good. I like them. I can do another video in 6 months to a year to see how they've worked out for me. This was one of the steps of building this vehicle. Step one was buying the vehicle. Step two was putting the rails on. I'm probably going to put a decked box in the bed, and I'll put a rack on it next. But otherwise, the whole thing went good for laying around in the yard on a tarp and putting them on. So I like the final product. I'll add that part of the video on here, and this is it for my first, I don't know that I could call this an instructional video, because I probably shouldn't be instructing people on vehicles. But if you're interested, these, the price were great. I will say one thing that I thought was a little odd when you look on their website, and it's OERDO.com, and I looked by vehicles. It did not list a Tundra double cab. It listed an extended cab. It's the same thing, but when you're ordering something, you don't want to ship it back. You want to make sure. Now, when you go to look at side steps or side rails, then it says Toyota double cab, so I knew I was ordering the right thing. I did think it was a little odd that if you go through their site, they couldn't deliver these till the middle of July, and this is the last week of May 2022. But if I went to their store on Amazon, I could get it in about 10 days, and it actually came in 5 days. So they may want to make an adjustment on their website there, and maybe that has to do with ordering from Amazon. I don't know. But otherwise, I'm pleased with the product, pleased how it went on, and I think they look great. And we'll take a view here of it. So you were like, no help at all on this project. What's the deal? Like nothing? I couldn't get a hand with anything?